Hey everybody, so thank you for checking in for this Friday video. How you guys been? How's your week been? It's been weird because of everything that's been going on. I've kind of been like really stressing, and it's thrown me off. I've been seeing weird things that I haven't even talked to my mom about. Been doing some readings here and there, and I've noticed a lot more of the proportions of a collective energy is starting to amass, and it's not necessarily for the better. And the reason I'm saying this is some people are actually more prone to being indecisive or basically starting things off on the wrong foot for the wrong reasons, even though their intention is good, but underlying something in the subconscious is saying otherwise, like ego is getting in the way. So I did want to talk about the 13th chakra. Now, I'm going to generally just pull up a little bit of information. I should have done this before the video, and what it is. So I've just been seeing weird things, not specifically tarot or spirit, but I myself have seen some weird things. I kind of have been weirdly brought into some stuff with various different people from my former like past lives. People have been reaching out to me about a certain individual claiming to be a divine counterpart to this individual, and it's more like chumming the waters, or it's like an entity that's feeding off the obsessive behavior, and it's like they're all saying the same things. And granted, I've seen the how do you want to say it? It's like peeking behind the curtain and actually seeing what is going on. As far as I know, there's only one individual that I know is actually one of the highest counterparts or the highest calibrated energy of this individual or whatever, and it's been weird. And what I'm telling you is that certain behaviors, like if you're trying to manifest or you're trying to attract something, being obsessive about the situation, or just being like, oh, I'm gonna check in with you like every single day for like 5 minutes every day. You'd be like, what did you do to something? You know what I mean? It's like helicoptering. And that's actually putting more emphasis on the strain, and it's actually blocking you. So you just gotta like, check in, say, every, I wouldn't say like touch base, like once a week. And to be like, you know what, like, it's like a plant, you know what I mean, that you water like once a week because it's good, Where you basically, give all the nutrients, you get the water bulb, and you just stick it in the plant pot and go about your day and put it in sunlight, and you know what, it's good to go, So back to this meditation, this 13th chakra. So what it is called the gateway chakra. Now, the gateway chakra is one of my favorite chakras to work with, because this is, in a sense, it's kind of like tripping on mushrooms. I personally have never done it. If you've done mushrooms or ayahuasca with the person that's legally allowed to give it to you in certain states, this will actually bring you kind of like a soul journey. You see things subconsciously that people don't necessarily see. So this site, this is interchangeable because everyone has different viewpoints, and some people actually see the chakras different from person to person. It's just how your interpretation of the colors or what they do is different, because some people see a spectrum of color and they just assume, because that's how the mind works, and tries to pinpoint a color system to categorize it. Now, this is how our subconscious and our conscious mind works, is a category labeling. So I do want to tell you that it's different. I mean, some of it is mainly agreed, but granted, because we're working with it, I've heard various different things. I personally do not like to get into the color spectrum of frequency because spirit doesn't always play by the laws of physics. So I do want to tell you that. So the gateway chakra is basically a portal. Like if you were to step into a doorway and it were to transport you to a different dimension, this is why. So this is why it's when it's activated, I've heard various different things, that it's very euphoric, it's very TMI, it's very orgasmic, because it releases a lot of energy where you get wormholed, if that makes any sense. So technically this could be your astral projection chakra. We'll just go astral travel, your astral portal. I honestly feel like it's completely different. So I want to tell you, if you're going to activate this, you can use sound therapy, you can get quartz, you can get various different stones to use. So I know moldavite is really good for this, K2 stone is good, bloodstone. I have in my hand right now, we have a termulated quartz with tourmaline in it, black tourmaline. So this could be a protection stone. I actually pulled this out of the windowsill in the bedroom. My boyfriend's probably gonna go crazy knowing the fact that I have like rocks stashed all the way over here, and it's programmable. But I mean, he's pretty cool with that. So I have a moonstone. So this is moonstone. This is white. It's got black specks in it. And initially I thought this would be quartz with like basically tourmaline deposits, but no, it's moonstone. And some lapis. Now, granted, lapis also does work with your throat, but it also can work with this, because lapis is a very intuitive stone, and it's also a protection stone. It's a stone of royalty to the Egyptians. And we'll get into that. So, yes. With this astral projection, if you hear the water in the background, I do want to tell you this is actually but the background noise that you hear, like whether it's music or loud people, I don't know. It's raining outside, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video about this. So we're going to get into the higher chakra, the 13th. Okay. So it's already hot in here. I'm just like talking about this and I'm already hot. I'm going to braid up my hair. You know, it's funny that when I was getting ready to sit down and meditate on what I needed to do today, after I ended up making lunch and, you know, made some pasta salad, or making more pasta salad for my boyfriend and I for the next couple days, I was sitting down and I was just thinking, you know what, I feel like I want to wear my Eye of Ra, shirt. So this could be a third eye. It could be a protection for some of you. It's and here's the back if you're interested. I know a couple people have said this in the past. They're like, oh, I like your shirt. And so I got it on Etsy. So yeah. Support small businesses. Support any type of business. Don't support no, I won't even say that, because we still do it and I still do it. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, if you have black tourmaline, which is somewhere over there, K2 stone, you can use this. But in this case, I have quartz. Now, quartz is programmable. Just make sure you sage it, you clean it, and or clean it, sage it, and basically give something back, whether it's incense, sweetgrass, cinnamon, incense, frankincense, myrrh, whatever you have on hand to give back to say thank you to whatever energy you have attracted. Just make sure that it's protected and you are inviting it in for the right reason instead of inviting energy that's masked. So let's get into this. So because I have clear quartz, ooh, this is very warm, it's tingling in between. So I have this. So this is actually going to take the place of my black tourmaline right now. So this is my protection stone. I have quartz around the room for various different points. The door, the bed, the bench, and the windows for protection, just in case of spiritual happenings, since my boyfriend and I have been both experiencing seeing shadow people and having a little bit of things like moved out of the place. So if that makes any sense. Yeah, let's get into this. So I have moonstone and I have lapis. Now this tourmalated quartz that I have right here, this is actually going to, I'm gonna sit, because I'm sitting crisscross, I'm sitting in a meditation pose and you can't really see me. So I actually have this, and I'm actually gonna place this where my thigh would rest. As you can see, like, it would rest up here and my other would rest there. So I'm actually going to place this on my feet, and this is actually going to protect my earthy part of my body to keep it grounded in case there is entities in the room that would like to play games or to mess with me, or if I end up bringing something back with me that I shouldn't. This is actually going to protect the body. Okay, universe, thank you so much for giving me this time, this opportunity to finally get into the upper body, the upper chakras. Now, I do want to tell you, thank you. Sorry, I saw something in my head. It was funny because I have guides that are just like going like this. They're like, you know what I mean? Just shaking their head. It's like not judgmental, but it's like, finally, like, you've been putting up this off long enough. Like it's okay. We accept. I do want to tell you, and if no one has told you this before, like, I do want to tell you, even though it took me a while to realize this, when I started opening up consciously these upper or higher chakras, I noticed the higher you get, the more the energy that pours into your lower 7 chakra points on the body. You actually don't need to clean your chakra system, because when you open these chakras, these higher chakras, this energy naturally pulls that out and grounds you out, so it pushes everything through your root. So I want to tell you that if you just keep constantly practicing, or you just feel like you've been cleaning your chakras all the time and you feel like you don't progress, it's because you were stuck in this spiritual box that people talk about. Be like, oh, clean your chakras. Like, there is no such thing as higher chakras. Like, these higher, from 12 to 22 of the higher conscious is what they look at as a myth, because not a lot of people actually touch base on how to meditate and how to open these, or techniques to open them, because they're always 7 body points. And this actually keeps you guys from not progressing. So I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to show you that yes, you have upper higher chakras, and they are amazing. That energy feels so loving. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, when we get to the 15th chakra, sometimes they call it the monad chakra. It differs. Anyways, the monad is like universal love. It's not necessarily, it is source love, a part of a source love, but it's the source of you. It's the source of your soul love. And when you open this and you allow it to trickle down unconditionally, you open up your soul's heart. You open up your heart chakra. And this is actually something that we use to recognize the people that are meant to be in our life, our soul family, our partners, our mates. A lot of times I've heard that the monad, which is focusing the feminine male and making it more hermaphroditic, meaning that it is both male and feminine, masculine and feminine energy that has just, it's coexisted. And this is where I feel like the notion of a twin flame comes in, because a lot of times romantically it seems very hermaphroditic without how we think of hermaphrodites or transgender beings. So when I say hermaphroditic, I'm saying a blending and a complete balance of both. They just exist as both together, interchanged like this. There is no separation. It's this. So this is why people say when you open this up, you actually attract what they call the twin flame relationship. But you are basically just making yourself whole. You're giving yourself all that soul love and that universal love. So that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that in the next couple weeks, because I'm actually going home for a little bit to spend time with my family and to get some things lined up, and I would actually have more freedom to use this, with some techniques that I have in store. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, enough chatting. This is actually going to be, I center myself, and usually this is always how I am. So make sure you have the stones. Like I said, I have moonstone and I have lapis, right? So I'm going to call upon the essence of every stone I am using, the 4 stones I am using. Now this is optional. I call upon the elements of the stones, the essences, the miracles infuse into the soul and allow to open. Universe, I call upon you to open this 13th chakra. Allow the astral portal to finally open this chakra, the 13th chakra. Please open and align. Allow it to come into full contact with anyone who practices this meditation in the future, any timeline or any space. Thank you. I call upon the courts for protection. Allow nothing to come in and infiltrate this, nothing bad. Allow it to filter out anything and repel all. Allow the universal love and the conscious to filter down for the right intentions. Please and thank you. You are my shield. Tourmalated cords. I call upon you. Ground me out. Allow me to be balanced in my oneness. Ground in my connection to the earth while I ascend. Thank you. Moonstone. I call upon the essence of the moonstone as it is like a part of the moon. I call upon the shadow. I call upon all. I call upon all that's been hidden and reveal. I call upon what has been blocked now that it may open. Thank you. Lapis. I call upon the ascension stone. I call upon your wisdom and your regality. Please allow me to open and to assess the integrity of the situation before I proceed. Thank you. Please enhance my intuition as I am going in, like I am blindfolded. All I can see and sense is using my sense. Thank you. I'm already starting to sway even like this. My palms are actually like this and the forward to hold it, and the reason I'm doing this is because my thumbs will lightly touch my pinkies. And this is, if you have stones, this is where you want to lightly touch your pinkies. Please awaken me to my 13th chakra. Please allow it to open. Like, I'm already gonna say, like, right now, I already feel like I'm being rocked to sleep and I'm hearing soft whispers. And I know that they're coming from my guides, you know, because they're guiding me through. But I feel like I'm literally a baby being swaddled in a rocking chair. Make sure you breathe and your breathing is steady. I allow myself to live in this moment. So I'm saying things in, like, imagine that is super intense. Like, my arms are very tingly, and it's just like I want to like like, I'm very calm and I'm happy. Okay, so let me tell you what I was seeing when I was going through this. So, you know when you walk into an aquarium and they have the tunnel that you see all the aquatic life, even like going through the tunnel you see, you know, the sharks like swim overhead. So imagine seeing this like long hallway, this arched hallway, right? And it's completely black. And I saw curtains, but it's like the see-through like chiffon or silk, black kind of silky movements, you know, like wind. But they weren't actually like physical, it was like energy, and it was just like moving like that. And then in front of me this entire time, like directly right in front of me, I would say like here, I just kept seeing like a dense like white gray spot. And it was like someone had held up like a rock. You know what I mean? And then on the outside, I just kept seeing like the ring and iris around it that had like blue LED lights. And it was like filament or I can't even think about it. The microfilament fiber optic, that's what I've been trying, like the fiber optic lights. And I just kept seeing these like little feather, you know, of light just around that, like, and it was solid, it wasn't flickering. And so it was just like this around it, and it just kept, you know, the more I got into it, the more I just kept seeing it and just walking down this hallway. And then I got to a door where this filament, where this like blob, I guess, fit into it, and it just opened. And I saw nothing but like platinum white light. And I just was like, oh, I'm so happy, you know? And I felt my guides there, so thank you to my guides that were, you know, they were probably the ones that actually had this like blob, right? And opened. And so thank you to them, and I hope this helps you. So right now, because it's kind of intense, I'm gonna send this energy away. So thank you so much to my guides. Thank you to the universe for allowing me to open my astral portal and to help those who are worthy of this. May you find this. So thank you to my stones, thank you to the quartz, thank you to the tourmalated quartz, thank you to the moonstone, and thank you to the lapis. Like, thank you for your essence energizing me and allowing me to open this. So because I use this as a grounding stone to keep me protected but keep me grounded at the same time, and it's actually pretty warm. As you can see, this is what it looks like. So because it's actually pretty warm in my hand, I'm actually going to ground out. So using this tourmalated quartz, thank you so much for allowing them. Please ground me out. Please give me the meditation to ground out. Now I always make a cup when I use my root and my sacral, because they are very grounding. Now, I don't know if this is for everyone in the spiritual community, but I find that the root is very feminine, a very feminine based chakra, versus the sacral is more masculine. So I feel like it is more feminine. So the female sign, we always have a uterus for females. And so our wombs are usually always depicted as a reverse triangle, an upside down triangle, as a cup. Please ground me out in this essence and lock in and allow this to be integrated. And it's funny that I did this because I just saw, like, remember the x-rays of like faces, or like the photo booth in the old Macs that would like basically reverse the scale or whatever of the color? And this is what I saw immediately, is I just saw this face, and that's it, like in a picture. Thank you to our root for grounding us out. Thank you to the universe for taking this and allowing it to be recycled. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this meditation, and I hope that for those of you who are able to do it using this meditation, I hope that you actually enjoy opening up your higher chakras. Just make sure that you sage and you give up, or Palo Santo, or a cedar, whatever you decide to burn and to protect yourself and cleanse your environment, go for it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys are having a prosperous Cancer season. I actually feel very very uplifted, and so thank you so much for watching. So love you guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.